Let's move on now. 34 days of U.S. government shutdown. The standoff between Republicans and Democrats is rearing its ugly head for Americans. For thousands in the country, food is on the line. Across the United States, low-income Americans and beneficiaries of the SNAP food program have been lining up outside in centers or aid centers and the independent outreach programs to collect food supplies.
It's not anything extraordinary or anything like luxurious. It's just something basic as getting food to my kids and ensure the growth that they need to be a better person, to grow and be a healthy kids in the future.
If I don't get food stamps, I can't eat. Literally, I get $24 extra a month, and that's it. The rest of it goes to child support and my rent, which I'm blessed enough to find a place to charge somebody just $500 a month in rent. So, I mean, it's a very important part.
Last week, 2 judges ordered the Trump administration to utilize emergency funds to keep the Supplementary Nutrition Assistance Program going. SNAP caters to roughly 42 million recipients across the country. However, there is uncertainty over its implementation in terms of scale and time. But time is exactly what many Americans do not have.
I think SNAP should not be about politics when we got to feed the people. We're giving money away to foreign countries, and our people need to be fed here, now.
Both Republicans and Democrats are refusing to negotiate on the stopgap bill, which will open the government and resume normal functioning. Both camps are divided over Medicaid and other public spending-linked benefits. Both blame each other for the shutdown. But the longer it drags on, the more damage this political rift inflicts on Americans. And the president says he doesn't want Americans to go hungry. He's actually asked the lawyers to do something about this before the government reopens, and it is not certain when the government of America will reopen. Let's now talk to our correspondent, Susan Teherani, who's now joining us live from New York. Susan, everyone is now talking about food stamps. They are talking about SNAP. They're worried about where they're going to get their food. Their president is promising them that he doesn't want them to go hungry. What is the alternative to all of this?
Yeah, that's what the main alternative would be if the Democrats would vote with the Republicans and open the government, at least under a CR bill, which is a temporary just opening of the government so they can sort of reach a conclusion on what the Democrats are calling for. But despite a vote after vote again, the Democrats continue not to really vote on that. They're not opening the government. The judge on Friday, one of the judges, after more than a dozen Democratic leaders from different cities filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration, called on the Trump administration to either start the supplemental program again, which that's where the Trump administration says we don't have the legal bindings to do that, or use SNAP reserves, which is about $5 billion to at least by Wednesday partially fund SNAP benefits. For every month, this is $5 billion for every month. If SNAP wants to go out completely, it would need $8 billion. The Department of Agriculture also, the judge said, has sort of some money, at least from the tariffs that it's been getting. He's saying that maybe the Department of Agriculture can tap into those funds as well to help get individuals who are in need of food, some 42 million Americans, 1 in 8 Americans who are relying on SNAP, to at least get them through the month of November until they figure out what's happening in Washington and whether or not the government is going to reopen again. We're still waiting to see which direction the Trump administration wants to take. But there is a ruling where two judges have ordered the Trump administration to fund it through emergency funding, even if it's partially funding SNAP to do so.
The stalemate continues. Susan Teherani will have to leave it there. Thank you.